Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. Today I am doing a speed build of an apartment at 19 Culpeper House. It's in the upper left hand corner if you are wanting to know where it's placed, but I was in the mood to do an apartment renovation, and I am doing one for a single mother and her daughter who just turned into a teenager. So I wanted to redo this apartment. I haven't done an apartment in a really long time, but I love the way that this turned out. I struggle with the smallness of an apartment, but I do love how it turned out. But it is for a single mother and her daughter, so I really wanted it to have a lot of bright colors and a lot of fun things. I feel like she maybe has just turned into a teenager, so there's still going to be some kid stuff around, but her room has just been redone for her teenage years. They are best friends. They love the same things. I feel like they're both into fashion, and then they also love to have people over. So I really wanted to include a lot of seating, which it does have. It has a bar to sit at, it has a table, it has living room seats, and it also has an outside dining on the patio, so they can have lots of people over. I try to clutter it up, but also have it seem clean as well. Maybe they don't have a lot of clutter sitting around, but like laundry hampers sitting about of laundry that needs to be folded, but at least it's all in. It's like contained clutter is how I perceived it. But I love this little corner over here that I'm doing with the computer. I love this thing that I put on the wall. I don't know what that was from, but it's like guitar frets, which none of them are really into guitar, but I loved the way that it looked, and the color fit the color that I was picturing for this whole apartment. So I decided to go ahead and use it, and I love the way that it turned out. But I just clutter up this little corner here with a few little knickknacks, and then I do go back and forth because I miss some things in the catalog that I find later, so you'll see me jump around a little bit, and I apologize for that, but I definitely needed to include them. It was a lot of the parenthood items, like the dry erase board and the time board, so I had to add that in as well. But I just get a cute little beanbag chair over here. I thought this might be a good place for like when they get home from school for them to do their homework or hang out. For the teenager, and that way she has a little area to study, which she does end up getting a computer in her room, but I feel that's more so of like for her playing games and doing like video recordings and different things like that. I feel like they're both into fashion. I get them a lot of wardrobes in this build, but they are pretty similar in my opinion, and I feel like they do get along very well. Here I am moving on to the living room. I did work at this for a little while. This living room is pretty small, and I was having trouble figuring out which color scheme I wanted to use, but I do get it figured out in the end. I do end up going with this blue and kind of pink color. I wanted to add a lot of pink in this build because they are both very girly girls and they both love fashion, so I thought a lot of pink would be nice, and I never really use pink in my build, so I thought this was really fun to add into this build. I had a lot of fun decorating it. So I was also searching forever to find that basket that has the pillows and the blanket in there, and I eventually remembered that it was from Cottage Living, and I do find it, but I had searched forever, and I always feel like when you are not looking for something, you see it all the time, and then when you go to find it, I feel like you cannot find it at all. At least in my opinion, I have the hardest time finding things that I'm looking for specifically. But I do find it here eventually, and I do put it over here by this laundry basket that I have by the fireplace. I absolutely love that item. It is so cozy, and it just makes the build just seem lived in and comfortable. I absolutely love it. But over here I do get a plant, and then I also put curtains over the sliding door as well. I love the way that that looks. It definitely gives the wall a little bit more, because with these wall heights I have the hardest time decorating it because it seems so empty. But curtains definitely help, so I do put those over the sliding door. I get a plant beside it, and then I also put in like this, it's like a small kids chair. No one will be able to use it in this build, but I figured that maybe that was something that she had when she was a kid and they just haven't gotten rid of it yet. It's one of those things that just sits where it was, but I wanted to include a couple of those things around, since it seems like she just turned into a teenager, so they still have some of those things sitting around from her childhood, which I absolutely love. I just put a picture right there above the little basket, and now I'm moving on to the entryway. The entryway changes a couple times as well, because I do end up putting a door here on this side into the bathroom as well. I was just going to have a like master bathroom, but I realized that that's probably not practical with only having one bathroom. I was going to have this other little area off to the side have like a toilet and a sink in it, but I decided against that. So I do end up putting a door, so it's like kind of a Jack and Jill bathroom between the hallway and the master bedroom, but I love the way that it turns out, and this bathroom does actually end up being pretty big. But over here on the left I do end up getting like a washer and dryer, a laundry room, which that's where I was going to put the sink and the toilet, but I figured that that was kind of a waste of space, so I wanted to add in a washer and a dryer so they have an actual functioning laundry room. And this apartment is a TLC apartment, so there's going to be a lot of things breaking and that will need fixed, and I do put things in front of the things that will need to be fixed, so you'll probably have to move those if you do want to play in this house, but it's not too much. You can just delete the items that are in the way. But I do love the way that this turns out, and I do jump. This is where I'm jumping and I'm adding things that I'm finding. But that is it for the hallway until I get it switched again, and now I'm working on the laundry room. I do use the pink washer and dryer in here, which I never use, but I absolutely love the way that they look, and I thought this was perfect for their apartment. I figured they would definitely be two girly girls who want a pink washer and dryer. But I just clutter that up with some laundry day stuff, and I love the ironing board that I kind of tucked behind that cabinet where that little space was in between the wall. I thought that was a perfect place for it. And then I just get a couple towels and a laundry basket and a laundry cart. I think I only add a hamper in the bathroom. They have one hamper and it's in the bathroom. I don't put hampers in the room. I feel like clothes would be laying everywhere, but you can add a hamper in the rooms if you are wanting it. But here I am adding the door into the bathroom and kind of rearranging the hallway. It took me a little bit to figure it out, but I get there eventually, and I do like how it has two entrances into the bathroom, especially off of the master bedroom and then from the hallway. But this bathroom does end up being huge. I get a full sink, like counter area. I get a bathtub, shower combo, and a toilet. And then there's also room for just some clutter. Like I do get the hamper in here and a nice mirror, and I clutter up this countertop with as much stuff as possible. I figured with two girls, there's going to be makeup and hair supplies and everything just kind of sitting out. At least when I was growing up, me and my sister, I feel like we used a lot of stuff when we were growing up. So there was always stuff sitting out on the counter. And I just thought I just liked the way that it looked. And I love the new clutter that came with high school years. It's absolutely perfect for when you're doing like a teenage a household with like a teenage girl. I absolutely love it. But here I am just adding in a rug and then filling up with this clutter. I do put a candle in there, which is probably, a fire hazard, but it's The Sims, so it'll be okay. But in real life, you probably wouldn't have a candle sitting there unless you had like a clear countertop. And then I just get a nice little painting over here. I use the ones with the butterflies from Base Game. I don't use this painting a lot either, but I really loved it in this bathroom and I thought it turned out really good. I'm moving on to the mom's bedroom. And I use both beds. The mom's bed and the teenage bed is from high school years. I love the new pack beds, which I love a lot of the items that came with this pack. I just love the way that they look. They look so good. But I was going to use this rug. I really like the way it looked as well, but those tassels are huge and it was kind of bugging me. I was going to let it like slide, but I decided to change it in the end. And then I do get a couple dressers in here and some clothes that are hanging up. I figured she loved fashion, and I do put like the journalist little like keepsake things on the wall, which you'll see here in a moment, but I figured she was maybe like a fashion journalist or maybe she wrote for like a fashion magazine. I thought that would be a really cool job, but that's kind of what I had in mind for her as I was decorating her bedroom. I was gonna get a yoga or like a meditation stool in here, but it just wouldn't fit, so I get another dresser over here off to the side, and then I do those clothes that hang up. I was also thinking about adding a lot of like kids clutter, like kids crafts that have been made or like drawings, but I didn't add those in here. I did try to add similar items into the living area of like things that maybe the daughter had made, like I didn't know I got the little like popsicle stick flower thing. I love using that. I feel like that's something that they've made when they're a kid and the mom just like hung on to it. I know if my child made me that, I would definitely be hanging on to it. It would definitely be sitting out forever, but I try to add those things too because she's definitely a family oriented mom. She loves her daughter and she wants her daughter to have a good life. That's what I pictured for this build. They're just really super close and they just both want to be successful and be happy, and they just love life and enjoying that with people. That's how I figured they would be. But here I am moving on to the daughter's bedroom, and I absolutely love this bed. I used so much pink in this build, which I never normally do, but I absolutely loved it. I love this color combo right here. I wanted to use that new neon lamp, but I just couldn't. It just didn't feel right to me. So I tried to use it in a couple different areas and I ended up deleting it. But I get the new desk in here with the new computer. I figured she was going to be like a fashion blogger or like a fashion YouTuber or doing fashion videos, but she does get a good computer in here. And then I absolutely love that new lamp too that came with the pack. I used it in her bedroom and I absolutely love the way that lamp looks. It looks so good. But I just clutter up her desk a little bit. I was also looking for a plant to place, but I didn't I decided not to place one there. And then I put that lighted curtain above her bed, and I love the way it looks as well. I do get 2 dressers in here. I figured both of these Sims have a ton of clothes. And then I get her a little chair over here. Maybe she can sit to put like her shoes on, or to think about her next outfit she wants to wear. A nice rug. And then I also use the new wall decor as well, the heart-shaped Polaroids. That item, I'm going to be using that a lot, especially for teenage rooms. It fits perfectly. And then I do get a banner over on the other side with the new like wall neon light with it was like the rainbow. I love the way those look as well. They have so much good teenage stuff that came with this pack, which makes sense, but I loved decorating with them all. I thought it turned out really good, and this room would definitely it seemed really cozy but really neat and clean as well, which I absolutely loved. But I think that's pretty much all that I get in her room. Her room is definitely simple and clean, which I kind of wanted this whole build to be, but definitely cozy as well. They do actually get an outdoor patio, so I do make sure to get a nice grill out here with a couple different seating options. And then I do get a couple planters out here as well. I figured they would probably like to plant, flowers or maybe even some vegetables on their own. I always think that that's a fun thing to do. And then this rug I thought fit perfectly with those new items, the new chairs. It looked so good. I don't normally use that rug a lot, so I was happy to use it in this build. And then I love using these lanterns with different sizes. It just makes the whole patio look cozy. But we are about to the screenshot, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys!